guys, it's Melissa. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to my craft room in progress. Okay, so if you are familiar with my old office, you know I had shelving behind me and I didn't have this big blank wall. Well, now in the new house, like, we kind of just feel like we need to do something. So I have this all laid out here so that we know exactly where our shelves are going. So just ignore that part right now. This is real life, okay? Okay. All right, while we are here, we're going to talk about this EasyPress, which I did a big review on the blog today. It's the C word, Cricut. But guess what, guys? This is going to be for some of you. It's not going to be for others of you. And we're going to talk pros and cons. But I want to show you the one big question I keep getting is, I don't want to have to stand there and put pressure on it. This is not like an iron. Okay, I'm going to show you how easy it is to use. Now, I want to do something real quick. It's completely off, okay? So right now, I've kept it completely off. I did plug it in. The reason I haven't warmed it up is because I want to show you how fast it warms up, okay? So I wanted to do that while you were all here. So all you do to turn it on is plug it in and then press the power button, okay? Then you want to adjust the temperature based on the material that you're using. And we are using EasyWeed. It adjusts to Fahrenheit or, hold on now, I got it. See, this part is a little bit confusing. It's Fahrenheit or Celsius, and I've got it on Celsius right this second, so I gotta, all right, so we'll adjust it. Okay, okay. Heat ball, we need Fahrenheit. I promise it works once you get the Fahrenheit. Okay, all right, so we're gonna adjust the temperature. Okay, and then I'm gonna let it warm up to that temperature. And then you're gonna do the timer. It's set to 30 seconds, but we only want 20 for EasyWeed, okay? All right, so let's let it go, and I want you to see how quickly it warms up. Okay, and then I have a little onesie that we're gonna put it on. Now, as I talked about in the review, it does not come with a mat. The box actually says recommended to use with the Cricut Easy Press mat or whatever it's called, but it's not even available right now. You do need something. Now, it'll say you can just use a hard surface. I'm telling you that you will get a better press, in my opinion, if you can mimic a heat press as much as possible. So you do want to get one of these silicone foam mats, okay? So this thing cost me about 20 bucks. So on top of the $149 I paid plus tax, which here in California is very lovely, $160 plus another $20, $22 with this, okay, you're at heat press levels. But as I said, this is not going to be for everybody, but it's going to be for people who maybe they want to take it to a craft show along with their Silhouette machine and create custom HTV designs on the fly, okay, or while people are waiting. It's going to be for people who don't have, you know, 400 square feet like we do for a craft room or an office. If you are crafting on your dining room table, hello, we've all been there. You don't want a heat press sitting, you know, on your china cabinet, right? Okay, I don't even want a heat press sitting wide open in my craft room, which is why I'm pointing over here. I have this big thing built for it, and it hides it. Yeah. So anyway, it's not going to be for everybody. I want to tilt you down a little bit. Okay, so I'm not stalling. I'm waiting for this to come to temperature, and we're waiting for it to get to 305. And there it is. So that was fast, right? I timed the Cricut EasyPress with my heat press. It took my heat press over 10 minutes to heat up to the same temperature as it took the EasyPress. So it's very, very fast, okay? All right, so the other thing is, while I was waiting for my heat press to finish warming, this EasyPress shut off because it has an auto shut off. It's like a safety feature, all right? So I'm thinking that it must be at the 10-minute mark. If you don't use it, it shuts off. All right, so what you're gonna do, I'm gonna tilt you down a little bit here so you can see what oh, that's kind of awkward. So you can see what I'm doing. Maybe I can move back a little bit. Okay, so again, if you're just joining us, this is where shelves are going. All right, so I've got my onesie here, okay? And you can still use a pressing pillow with this. If you want to bulk your onesie up a bit, you can still put a pressing pillow under there. All right, now I have my HTV, okay? I'm just going to place it. This is just a practice one. In fact, it has something on the other side. But this is what I do, guys. This is my little blogger tricks. I use every part of the onesie for demos. Okay, so you're just going to place it on there. You don't even need a Teflon sheet. You can if you want. And definitely if you have to press something that is larger than the size of this, which is 9 by 9, you definitely want to put a Teflon sheet when you're doing the second part of the press so that you're not going right on the HTV. All right, so you're going to simply take the heat press out of the base. This is 5 pounds, okay? I literally got on the scale myself and then picked this up, and it added 5 pounds. I'm not going to tell you what the pounds were, but it added 5 pounds, believe me. When you place this down on your HTV, please press the timer because it doesn't start automatically, okay? So now it's going to count down, and I want you to see, this is the amount of pressure. I'm not like this, like an iron. I'm literally just adding pressure. See, I'm not out of breath. I'm still talking. Yes, you need to add pressure. You can't just, oh, there we go. But it's not one of these things where you need to stand there with all your body weight. Okay, now, the manufacturer recommends waiting for the HTV to cool before you peel it off, okay? But I'm not always that patient, so I am going to peel off now. Okay? Now, if you saw the design, whoops, if you saw the design that I did, and this actually, let's do it again. Needs a little more real life. I promise you, it really does work. And you guys know that even though it's Cricut, I wouldn't be recommending it if I didn't really believe in this product. I really think it has some great pros and cons. I think the biggest con, honestly, is the price tag. Do I wish that it was a little bit bigger? Absolutely. But the size is actually one of the things that's going to attract people to it. For people who, like I said, don't have room for a heat press. All right, so there we go. Okay, so again, if you start peeling your HTV just like with an iron, just like with a heat press, and it doesn't come up, you know, right away, just place it back on there, add a couple more seconds, and you're good to go. The demo that I did for the review on the blog, I specifically used a teeny tiny font, very, very thin font, because we all know that you can, you know, plaster some big solid piece on there and it's not that hard to stick. But when you wash something that has a lot of little tiny areas like this little pineapple here, that's the true test. And I washed the original onesie that I showed you in the written tutorial 5 or 6 times inside out. I did one with the EasyPress and one with the heat press, and it's going strong. I flipped it inside out to wash and I laid it flat to dry, which is what you should do anyway, and it was totally fine. So, do I recommend this? Yes. Are there pros? Yes. Are there cons? Yes. I've laid them all out on the blog. Again, I know that some of you are going to see the cons more. It's expensive. It is expensive, and I can say that because I bought this. Don't worry. I don't need 5 heat presses. I've got a hat press. I've got this big press that I use. I have a 9x12 press. I don't need any more presses, but I bought this so that I could review it for you, because I don't want you wasting $160 or whatever it may cost you if you don't need to. But I do think it's a great alternative. I think it's a quality product made by the other guys, but that's okay, right? So there's that. All right, guys, well, I will be bringing you more tutorials for this. I know there's lots of questions. Can it work on rhinestones? Does it work on flock? What happens if the design is bigger than the platen? All of these things. So when I will get to all of that, I really wanted to do a review, a pros and cons, and focus on that so that, you know, we could get that out of the way. Can it replace a heat press? Yes. Is it as big as a heat press? No, okay? So, again, pros and cons depends on your needs, but it works. I will tell you it works, and I give it a thumbs up. All right, guys, we are traveling. My sister-in-law, Bob's sister, is getting married this weekend, so we are traveling, so I won't see you on Friday, but I will be back on Monday. There's blog posts all week, here all week, but I won't be on Facebook Live until next week. All right, guys, have a great one. I'll see ya.